appreciate you coming today in a summer day and in July. My name is Gina. I'm from Empoderando Familias, and also I'm from the South London Citizens Living Wage team, and I'm one of the co-chairs today, alongside with my colleagues Nicola and Flynn. Bienvenidos todos, mi nombre es Gina Rodríguez, soy miembro de Empoderando Familias. Estamos muy agradecidos de que hayan atendido a este llamado de hoy en un día de verano. Yo voy a ser una de las moderadoras junto con mis compañeros Nicola and Flynn. Okay.
I'm part of a union called Equity because I'm an actor, so as I say, you better be able to hear me at the back. And that's for anyone in a performing arts, whether we are performing or whether we're in the background making it happen. I'm very active as a unionist as well, and I represent my union on our Trades Council, so people know what we're getting up to, and I know what's going on around with other unions and campaigns. And I get myself out there and get on as many picket lines and marches and protests that regarding unions and stuff like the NEU recently with teachers, to support any way we can, because that's what unions do. We come together and we support each other. I'll hand you over to Flint.
Hello everyone, welcome once again. My name is Flint. I'm from Benin City Church, a member of West London Citizens. Today we are here to learn a lot concerning the mayor's election coming up next year. And we want to highlight the need for workers' rights and push for change, which will make life better for all of us here. I believe we are all workers and we need a better life. Also, I'd like to introduce our timekeeper, Miss Amara. I think I'm going to be live. If you hear the sound of the bell, it means whatever you're doing, you need to stop. And also, there are going to be pictures and photographs being taken. In any form you don't want your picture taken, just raise up your hand and Ella would see you. Also, there's a little bit of filming going on for support for Latin migrants by Human Factor. I hope you all don't mind. Thank you.
Okay, so back to me again. So the first part of our day is one of the things we will be doing is hearing, we're having a workshop with some people who represent the unions. So, as I say, why are we here today? Well, more voices are more powerful than one voice. We make up Citizens UK, okay? It's about us, the workers, and becoming a unity within our community. One voice can be easily ignored, as we know, if you say something. Yeah? A couple of voices may make a little bit of noise, but still can be pushed aside again. Yeah? But many voices make a bloody big noise and nobody can ignore you. Yeah. And that's what unions do. We bring everybody together like that. So, the aims of today are, one, to develop our knowledge of trade unions and workers' rights. Because if they don't know, no one knows. Okay? Two, to build relationships between the workers, ourselves, the living wage campaigners, so that us guys who are part of the living wage campaign, across London, and to connect organisations together. So it's called building coming together, okay? Three, to explore the issues we can take to the mayoral candidates before elections next year and start to develop demands. They are being elected by us, okay? So we can demand what we want. And to get clear on next steps as we organise together over the next 12 months to build power and make London a better, fairer place for us all. Because together we stand, but divided we fall, okay? And when we come together, we build unity within our community and we hold more power than you'll ever imagine.
Vamos a tener dos elecciones el próximo año. Una va a ser para el alcalde de Londres. 4. Vamos a clarificar los próximos pasos que vamos a dar para organizarnos mejor y para saber qué es lo que vamos a hacer en los próximos 12 meses, antes de la elección. Como nos decía la compañera Nicola, La idea es que volvamos de Londres un lugar mucho mejor, un lugar más justo en donde todos podamos vivir. So, in English, what is the plan for today and why are we here? We are very grateful to our host in St. Catherine's Creek for welcoming us today and for all the support that you do for workers in London. Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Gina. I hope we are all excited and ready for our training session. Who knows a little bit about unions? Let me see some hands up if you know about unions.
¿Quién sabe acerca de los sindicatos?
Okay, wow. Unlike me, I have no idea what unions are, so we're going to hear from Pete, Ben, and Carrie. Let's welcome them.
Today is about your story, my story, and our story.
Hoy se trata de mi historia, su historia y nuestra historia.
My story is that my dad is a care worker and he does not get paid the real living wage.
Mi padre es un cuidador, cuida personas y no le pagan el salario digno.
So I'm angry.
Me molesta mucho.
But I'm guessing that this is not just my story, this is probably our story as well.
Seguro que no es solo mi historia, pero también la de muchas más.
Your story, your daughter's story, your family's story, your neighbour's story, other people in the Citizens Alliance, it's their story as well.
Se trata de la historia de todos ustedes, de nosotros, de los ciudadanos de Londres también.
How do we take these stories of pain but turn them into power?
¿Cómo hacemos que estas historias de dolor se conviertan en poderosas y se conviertan en poder?
And that's what today is about. We want to turn those painful stories into powerful stories. We want it not just to be about the work that we want to do individually, but collectively that we can do. And as Flint said, next year in April, you will be sat in Methodist Central Hall in central London with the Mayor of London, knowing that you have played your part through your story, and we will put together an agenda for him that we feel will make change for thousands of Londoners on low pay.
Por eso es que estamos aquí hoy, para volver estas historias de dolor en poder y poder tener una agenda pensada para ver qué se puede hacer hacia las elecciones y qué se puede pedir para estas elecciones, qué tiene que cambiar. Lo decidiremos juntos.
Hi everyone, my name is Kari. I'm one of the organizers for the Living Wage campaign, and I'm going to be translating for myself. And so I recently started working for Citizens, but before that, I have always struggled with low pay. I'm a single mom, and being an immigrant myself, I have had to deal with injustice, with discrimination for being a single mom, not being able to take a day off and be paid for that, and then having to struggle to pay rent as well, heat during the winter. It's really important to get our voice heard. And if we come together, that becomes even more powerful. And this is one of the reasons why I started to be a leader in my community. I started to tell my story, just how we are going to do today, and we're going to share our stories as well. But I just wanted to let you know that we're here to listen to each other, and hopefully we can come up with a list of things that need to be changed for us to live in a better city, in a better London, and get dignity and dignified pay in life.
Soy Kari, y siendo madre soltera e inmigrante he tenido que lidiar con muchas injusticias y discriminación en mi trabajo. Y la verdad que es importante que nuestras voces se escuchen, y así fue que empecé a colaborar con Citizens como una líder antes de trabajar para ellos. Era importante que mi historia, y como las de las demás personas como yo, sea escuchada, y por eso estamos aquí justamente para escuchar sus preguntas, sus peticiones, y lo haremos juntos para poder hacer un listado, una agenda que llevaremos a trabajar hacia las elecciones que se acercan. ¿Sí?
So today it is about unions that we would love to join London citizens, but it's also about the work of citizens, and many of you here are part of a member organisation of London citizens. Maybe your church, maybe you're from English for Action, maybe you're from Creating Ground. Anybody? English for Action? Okay. Creating Ground, anybody? Yes. Okay. Maybe you're from a union?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Eli, brilliant. And London Citizens is about bringing people together to make change. Organisations across London being more powerful when they work together.
Citizens es una alianza de muchas instituciones educacionales, religiosas, de organizaciones sin ánimo de lucro, que se juntan todas para crear un poder más grande y poder así ser escuchados por medio de acciones y llegar así a cambiar poco a poco el mundo y las injusticias. Así que hoy se trata de eso, de incluir a esas instituciones que nos crean, que hacen nuestra comunidad, como las uniones y otras organizaciones que han mencionado, de clases de inglés, tenemos Creating Grounds y pues gracias por venir.
And there's some great stories of success with London citizens of making change. And just in the last 2 years, we have seen 50,000 pay rises for Londoners who have gone from the minimum wage to the living wage.
Hay muchas historias de éxito por medio de Citizens UK ya. 50,000 aumentos de salarios se han logrado este año gracias a la campaña, y se pueden hacer muchos más, pero se necesita líderes, se necesita gente de la comunidad que quiera compartir sus historias y quiera estar aquí. Así que es un honor estar aquí con todos ustedes.
And because they were disruptive in so many different hustings, eventually what happened was the council leader agreed that he would indeed pay the real living wage. And now in Wandsworth, 1,000 people will be getting an uplift, a pay rise because of that organising. When we work together, we build power, we tell our stories, we can make change. 50,000 people is a lot of people across London. It's millions of pounds into the pockets of Londoners, but it's not enough. Because we don't want to stop until every single Londoner gets paid at least the real living wage. So I'm angry, I hope you're angry, but let's channel that anger into working together and making change over the next year as we lead up to the mayoral elections and beyond.
Básicamente que convirtamos esa rabia que tenemos, ese dolor que tenemos hacia las cosas injustas y las convirtamos en poder.
My story is that I came to organizing largely through my activity as a worker in a union.
Llegué a ser organizador y a organizar comunidad en la comunidad gracias a ser un trabajador y ser parte y miembro de una unión.
Sí. And my first job, where I was active in the union, I was a Deliveroo driver.
Era un conductor de Deliveroo y ese era mi primer trabajo.
En un sindicato.
Como miembro ya de un sindicato.
And has anyone here ever worked as a food delivery driver? Has anyone here ordered food delivery before? Put your hands up. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Thank you for your service, right? My second, we had a big campaign against a massive company, and we managed to win a couple of small things.
Okay. Pudimos ganar con mi unión algunas cosas que se habían salido de las manos de la empresa.
I'll wrap it up. I also worked as in a pizza restaurant for 3 years, and then I was organising as a waiter in that restaurant, and then I started working at the union as an organiser in United Voice of the World. When I was a delivery driver, I was a member of IWGB.
Él era un miembro cuando trabajaba de delivery de IWGB, que es una de los sindicatos. Y después cuando trabajó también para un lugar de pizza como camarero, en el que sí organizaba también, I'm going to add the English classes too, that you were giving there. También daba clases, empezó a dar por medio de su empresa clases de inglés porque le parecía que hacían falta. Y
Bravo.
Y también lograron hacer cambios y después llegó a trabajar para el sindicato con el que estaba afiliado.
Basically, the important thing to remember is that Citizens UK, the fundamental founding principle was the unity of trade unions, the trade union movement, and institutions like churches and faith-based organizations. That is what the founding idea of Citizens UK is, and that's what we want to revisit going forward. And we are more, as it's been said 1,000 times already today, and it'll be said 1,000 times more, we are powerful when we come together, and we have to focus on that unity.
Nuevamente, repetida 10,000 veces, juntos somos más poderosos. Y eso es lo que se pretende hoy.
Vale.
El salario digno es 10 con 42. ¿Falso o verdadero?
Falso.
Okay. La respuesta. The answer is false. The living wage is £10.90 outside of London and £11.95 inside London. The minimum wage for over 23s is £10.42. So falso, el salario digno es 10.90 libras fuera de Londres y 11.95 dentro de Londres, y el salario mínimo nacional para los mayores de 23 es 10.42. Vale. Question 2. It is obligatory that they must do it for all employers in London to pay the living wage of £11.95 per hour. True or false? Es obligatorio para todos los empresarios de Londres paguen el salario digno de 11.95 por hora. ¿Verdadero o falso? False. Companies, they can opt in to paying the living wage, but they are not legally obligated to pay it. Las empresas pueden optar por pagar el salario digno, pero no están legalmente obligadas a hacerlo. Okay, number 3. After 12 weeks, getting a bit more complicated here, agency workers, so workers who are contracted out to an agency, they get the same rights of equal pay as the directly employed colleagues who do the same job. True or false? After 12 weeks, so después de 12 semanas, los trabajadores por agencia tienen derecho al mismo salario que sus compañeros contratados directamente por realizar el mismo trabajo. La respuesta es verdadero. So after 12 weeks, if Carrie is an agency worker and I am directly employed, after 12 weeks we're doing the same job by the same person, we're going to get the same rights by law. And that means not just pay, but holiday leave, sick leave, working hours, rest breaks, access to permanent job vacancies at the hiring organization, and parental time off. So if you have 2 people, one is contracted out by an agency and one is directly employed, 12 weeks you get the same rights. So you cannot have the boss saying, you get this and you don't get this after 12 weeks.
Después de 12 semanas, aunque hayan 2 trabajadores, uno contratado directamente y otro por agencia, por medio de agencia, después de 12 semanas ese contratado por medio de agencia tiene los mismos derechos que el trabajador contratado directamente, incluyendo tiempo fuera para cuidado de la familia, el salario y todos los derechos, incluidos vacaciones.
Question 4. you can be fired for joining a union. True or false?
You can or you cannot.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Te pueden
You
despedir.
can be fired. Se le puede despedir a usted si es afiliado a un sindicato.
Tienes todo el derecho.
¿Falso o verdadero?
Okay.
Falso.
Falso.
Levante-
The answer is false. Your employer is not legally allowed to dismiss you or choose you for redundancy because you're a member of a union or you took part in union activities. So, falso. Su empresa no se puede despedirle ni elegirle para un despido porque esté afiliado a un sindicato o haya participado en actividades sindicales. Okay? 5. If you are an employee, you are entitled to £109.40 per week of sick pay. True or false?
Si eres un empleado, tienes derecho a un mínimo de 109,40 céntimos semanales de subsidio por enfermedad. ¿Verdadero o falso?
Verdadero.
Solo después de estar enfermo,
Para clasificar.
después de 3 días se puede cobrar esto. ¿Sí? Y solo dura 28 semanas.
Okay, question 6. Your rights at work depend on your employment status. True or false? Sus derechos en el trabajo dependen de sus estatus laboral.
Laboral, no legal.
Okay. The answer is true, verdadero. There are 3 types of employment status. You can be an employee, you can be a worker, or you can be an independent contractor. And each one has different levels of rights, okay? So, existen 3 estatus laborales principales. Empleado, trabajador y contratista independiente. Y cada tiene niveles diferentes de derechos. Okay, question 7. If you are unfairly dismissed, so if you're fired unfairly by your employer within 2 years of employment, you have the right to take them to an employment tribunal. In 2 years, if you are fired unfairly, do you have the right to take them to the employment tribunal? Si su empresa lo despide de ser justa causa en los primeros 2 años, tendría derecho de llevarlos a un tribunal laboral. ¿Verdadero o falso? The answer is false. Even if you have been working somewhere for 2 years, less than 2 years, even if you work there for 1 year and 11 months, if you are unfairly dismissed, the employment tribunal will not even hear your case. This is the law. They have made rules that they will not even hear your case. So, si no llevas 2 años como empleado, el tribunal laboral no atenderá tu caso a menos que esté relacionado con un caso de discriminación. So the only case in which it would be heard before 2 years is if it's a case of discrimination. This is the only. Your ability to enforce your rights depends on your ability to organize and to defend them. True or false? So, su capacidad para hacer valer sus derechos laborales dependerá de su capacidad para organizarse y defenderlos.
Su capacidad para hacer valer sus derechos laborales dependerá de su capacidad para organizarse y defenderlos. ¿Creen que eso es verdadero o falso?
I'll give you a hint. We are in an organizing workshop right now. The answer is yes, obviously. The law can only be relied on so far. You need to build organization and power in your workplaces. Claro que sí, verdadero. La ley solo puede aplicarse hasta cierto punto. Tienes que organizarte y crear poder en lugar de trabajo. ¿Claro? Okay.
Bravo.